How's failure or apparent failure has set up you for later success? Do you have a favorite uh, failure of yours?
Yes, my life probably, but I would say like failure is part of my daily routine. This is something that, as I just mentioned, I don't really see it as a dramatic thing, like failure. Yeah, if we take my life, for example, I made a lot of bad choices, but I'm pretty happy with the man I am right now, or the human being, or whatever. And it's the same in creation, I would say. And somehow it's really part of the process as well, because I like to be surprised. So somehow I, I think I really push myself to failure sometimes to get these happy accidents that I'm not in control. Actually, I cannot really say I'm the one who did that. No, it happened because I broke the thing or whatever somehow. But I create this thing because then I have a very childish kind of relationship with it. And somehow failure is really part of the process, and it's a very important thing in creation, because this is also like in the materiology of the sound. This is something that I really broken tape recorder or whatever, the randomness, the anti-perfect thing is telling a lot about the history. We are not like perfect, we are not like plastic people. This is something, is like what you carry with it, and I really like it somehow. But if I have a very personal failure that I like, actually, it's not really a failure, but actually, when I finished my studies, it was like composition studies. So it was a full university. It ends up in front of a jury of very known and serious composers that are judging your music in front of everyone in an auditorium. And I put a lot of work into that last piece for the jury, and I was like really proud. It was like bringing some sounds from travels, from sessions I made with friends and everything. So all these sounds, it was nothing like you could download on the internet, because at that time it was, you had to do all your sounds, impossible to find high-end samples or whatever. But so I put a lot of time, energy, and love and personal feelings into that creation. The jury went a bit harsh on me at the end, even though I got my master degree. But then after that jury, I went to my grandmother at the time, that I really respected, because she was a very great lady. And I was like so proud of this song, of this track, pretty much experimental. But that I went to her and I was like, "Oh, grandma, I want to make you listen to this track." And so I went to her and we listened to that thing. And then she looked at me like almost like totally crying. "Damn, Laurent, what is this? I didn't know that it was going so bad in your head." Like, I was like, "Oh, damn, it's all cool. I'm proud of this thing." And the funny fact is that, yeah, somehow my grandmother didn't get the thing. Yeah, obviously she was more into, I don't know, meditative, very soft music with the siren songs and stuff like this. And the funny part is actually this last track, where the jury work, where I put like a lot of personal thing in, caught the attention of these guys from NTVJ at that time, and also went through the first choreographer I worked with, and it was used like for the first choreographical piece and the first collaboration I did with Romain. And it was really fun also, like, to see, okay, my grandmother thought it was like very violent, very weird, very experimental. She was really scared and worried about my brain. But somehow it was really nice also to see this piece, maybe harsh to exist by itself, because of course this is not the thing you would put in the background if you invite your in-laws for a dinner or whatever. I mean, it would set a pretty weird mood. But it was really fun to see, for example, when this choreographer from Barcelona used this track, to see old people also being in the front row. And because there were people dancing on this music, they were receiving this really harsh sound in the face. But with the movements and with the collaboration of another artistic medium, suddenly it became something totally different. And it was accessible to people who were probably just my grandmother at that time. So, yeah, I failed the grandma test, but somehow it led me somewhere else.